lace up the shoes, chase W's, yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set, 19. Set. Hey, keep it up.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Focus, defense, focus. Kill.
From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got some space here. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
First down, Denver.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Undercross. Rush in.
Now it's Lindsay looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 29, Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line.
Check. Real. Let's go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go, go, go. Mike, 53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 55 yards.
First down, Broncos.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, Lindsey. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, T. Let's go. Real. 50. I'll get him. Hey, Echo.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a yard. Watson got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Watson off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That's out to Chubb, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bravo!
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
50's to Mike. 50's to Mike. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Watch the out, watch the out. Hey, exit. 50.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike 53.
Here's Watson. He'll find Lindsey here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Returnable for Grant. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check.
Another run by Lindsey. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Alert, alert, alert! 2-jet bombers, 2-jet bombers.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Get off the field. Let's get up.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, Mike 7. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Pistol. Buzz. 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Check 52.
They run it again with Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey, alert 33. Mike's 50. 6'6", pull it high. Point it right. Check 24.
1st down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Sutton. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Juwan Winfrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. To the air yet again, Watson. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 36.
Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
King. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, Charlie. You don't want to see me. My God.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No point.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd and 10, Watson, he'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Parker here, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Chubb. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Squeeze, double. Regular. Check 31.
Now Chubb running right. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 41 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One last throw here for Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.